This is the Access Sector Podcast with myself, Lindsay Anderson, editor of Access Lift and Handlers, and Ewan Udale, editor of Access International. This podcast is produced by KHL Group, first for global construction information. Go to www.khl.com for more details.
Welcome to the Access Sector Podcast for Spring 2014. For this edition, we'll cover
the U.S. aerial work platform market has rebounded with 10% growth for 2013, according to a recent report from the International Powered Access Federation.
On the other hand, IPAF report reveals that the European market remains stable, marked by stark differences across different countries.
United Rentals has reported a strong start to the year with 7.1% growth.
The era of the super boom has finally firmly been established with the launch of JLG's 185-foot working height Ultra Boom 1850 SJ.
And the North American telehandler market is thriving, according to data collected for Access Lift and Handlers' annual Telehandler 30 listing.
APEX, the world's biggest aerial platform exhibition, takes place in June and promises a big range of new products.
The first ever ALH Conference and Awards is set to be held November 11th in Miami.
The International Awards for Powered Access took place to great acclaim at the beginning of April.
The U.S. AWP rental market is on a solid upswing, according to the latest results from the International Powered Access Federation's 2014 Powered Access Rental Market Report. According to the report, the U.S. aerial work platform rental market saw growth of about 10% in 2013. Rental companies expect the market to follow similar growth trends in 2014 and 2015. As predicted in the 2013 report, the U.S. AWP rental fleet expanded strongly, 5 to 10%, in 2013 and has now reached pre-recession levels. This rebound is flanked by two factors: a slight increase in new machine investment coupled with a reduction in fleet sell-offs. Similar fleet growth is expected in 2014. While the U.S. AWP fleet has returned to its pre-recession size, rental companies did not increase the share of their business in construction applications. Instead, companies kept up their rental operations in other sectors such as industrial, maintenance, utilities, leisure, events, etc. This shows that rental companies have become more cautious over the years and are keeping a good level of diversification to avoid potential business risks. Average utilization rates increased slightly in 2013, as did rental rates.
The IPAF reports that the European mobile elevating work platform rental market remained stable in 2013, continuing the trend in 2012. However, strong differences exist among the 10 countries under study. Some countries achieved positive growth. Germany, Norway, Sweden and the UK saw their rental revenue increase around 5%. The UK AWP rental fleet appears to have reached its pre-recession levels. In Germany, both fleet size and rental rates increased slightly. The trend towards non-construction applications is continuing. In Sweden, fleet size and rental revenue increased while rental rates were maintained at a relatively stable level. Other countries, such as Denmark and France, saw the AWP rental market remain flat or decrease slightly. Utilisation rate and rental rates also dropped in Finland, Italy and the Netherlands, and decreased strongly in Spain. In response, rental companies defleeted and also kept reducing their rates. Only Finland, which experienced positive growth during the past few years, kept expanding the rental fleet. Overall, growth is expected in the European mute rental market in 2014, although there will continue to be stark contrasts among the countries, says the study.
And back in the United States, United Rentals has reported a strong start to the year with 7.1% growth, and that its customers and managers were optimistic, including long-awaited improvements in commercial construction. The business reported revenue growth of 7.1% year-on-year to $1.178 billion, with rental revenues up 9.7% at $1.05 billion. Its specialty rental businesses, trenching, pumps, and heating and cooling equipment, saw sales up by 31% to $81 million. EBITDA profits were up 15% to $519 million, representing a 44.1% EBITDA margin, a record for the first quarter. United said the rental revenue increase was the result of a 7.6% increase in the volume of equipment on rent and a 4.3% rise in rental rates. It reaffirmed its outlook for a full-year increase in rental rates of approximately 4% and full-year total revenue in a range of $5.45 billion to $5.65 billion. Michael Nealon, Chief Executive Officer of United Rentals, said, "We're off to a strong start in 2014 with notable year-over-year growth in rates, time utilization, and volume. Despite the headwind of a harsh winter, we strategically managed our business to capitalize on pockets of opportunity. We now see solid demand in almost every market, giving us further confidence in our full-year outlook."
And now on to super booms. It came as a little surprise to many that JLG would rival Terex AWP's 180-foot Genie SX180, which was first presented at Bauma last year. JLG told AI in June last year that it planned to produce a new super boom, and at ConExpo in March it duly launched the 185-foot Ultra Boom 1850 SJ, the world's largest boom. It delivers 19 stories of working height, which the manufacturer says has moved AWPs into applications previously reserved for truck-mounted booms. Mills Rental has just ordered a Genie SX180, which will be the first of its kind in Latin America. JLG President Frank Neuenhuisen told AI, "The big boom market is a space we've always enjoyed, and it is a space we've always innovated in. The 1850 SJ is the latest extension of that strategy, and it is a strategy. We chart these products out several years in advance. The opportunity to reach out higher and further continues to move in that direction." Terex AWP's President Matt Fearon said at the IPAF Summit in June that the two super booms had created a new sector in aerial work platforms. The 1850 SJ offers almost 3 million cubic feet of reachable space and an 80-foot outreach. It provides a maximum capacity of 1,000 pounds, and the boom extends from ground to full height in less than 5 minutes. So, following the launch of these two monsters, are other manufacturers gearing up for the production of a 190-foot boom, or at least a model in that height range? The answer generally seems to be no at the moment. Skyjack's biggest telescopic boom is the 72-foot working height, or 66-foot platform height, SJ66T. Brad Bowler, Skyjack president, says he is more interested in filling out the smaller boom line first. Talking about the two super booms, he adds, "Maybe they will create a market space, but it will be a while before we get to 100 feet. It will be a few years before we are competing in that market." Alexander Sabot, president of Horlock Group, is also adamant that his company will not see a super boom to match the likes of the SX180 or the 1850 SJ anytime soon. He says, "I don't believe that we should spend that much money on that type of machine. We will monitor how many they sell." Snorkel, on the other hand, may have something in the pipeline. Don Ahern, Snorkel's new majority owner, told AI that it would be looking at the very large boom segment over the next few months with a view to potentially coming up with a design. The emphasis, he said, would be on outreach rather than a maximum working height.
The North American telehandler market is thriving, according to data collected for ALH's annual Telehandler 30 listing. Of the companies listed on the T30, rental fleet numbers increased a total of 9.2% this year to 49,038 units from 44,878 in 2013. Comparing 2012 figures, which were 39,094, to 2014's, the growth is even larger at 25%. Topping the list, as it has since the T30's inception, is United Rentals, which has 16,935 telehandlers in its fleet. And second, but nearly by half the figure of United's, is Sunbelt Rentals, which has an estimated telehandler fleet of close to 8,890. Rounding out our top 5 companies includes Hertz Equipment Rental with 4,700 units, Ahern Rentals with 2,850 units, and H&E Equipment Services with 2,510 units. Probably most notable, though, are the number of double-digit surges in fleet size 6 companies on the T30 have 20% or higher increases in their telehandler fleets, including Sunstate Equipment Company, which saw a whopping 38% increase in units from 1,800 to 2,500. It's also the mid-sized companies that saw major growth, however, and getting back to those double-digit increased figures, we see New Jersey-based Trico Lift and Florida-based High Reach Company, both with massive gains. Trico saw a 29% increase in its telehandler fleet size, and High Reach a 20% jump. If you'd like to see the full report, please see our April-May issue of ALH.
APEX 2014 takes place from the 24th to 26th of June this year in Amsterdam. The 3-day show will break records for exhibitor numbers and space. More than 100 exhibitors from all over the world, including China, have already confirmed their stand space at the exhibition, which is officially sponsored by KHL Group and Access International magazine. Visitors to APEX will be treated to dozens of product launches. They will include a new compact vertical mast from ATN, a 47-metre truck mount from Bronto Skylift, and 2 self-propelled track platforms from CMC in Italy. Cormidi will also be showing a new crawler series, the KB Hybrid. Dynolift, meanwhile, will display the compact trailer-mounted 180 XD11. From Turkey, Elsisan will launch a 15-metre working height articulated boom, while Genie is promising to launch some groundbreaking new articulated boom lifts. GSR will present a new truck mount, and Hinowa will have lithium version of its 20.10 Performance 3. There will be new products from Chinese manufacturers. Dingley will present a vertical mast, and Mantel will launch a new series of electric scissors, while Sinoboom will show upgraded electric scissors. Netherlands-based Hollandlift will launch a zero-emission scissor, while Omilift will expand its lightweight hybrid tracked boom range. Powfinger Platforms is to present a new product in its next-generation Jumbo NX class, and Ruthman will launch the 40-metre working height Steiger T400. New from Oil and Steel is an evolution of the Scorpion 1812 with an increased capacity of 25 kg to 225 kg, and Time International will show the 24-metre working height Versalift VTX 240. And there will be plenty more new products at the show, and also don't miss JLG's 185-foot working height 1850 SJ Ultra Boom, the world's tallest boom, which will also be at the show.
The final roster has been set for the first ever ALH Conference and Awards, taking place November 11th in Miami. Tickets are available on KHL's website. Please see the events section. And we're happy to announce our full list of speakers, which include Frank Neurenhausen, President of JLG Industries, Greg Nierenberg, Vice President of Fleet Operations at Hertz Equipment Rental Corporation, Don Ahern, CEO of Ahern Rentals, Brad Allen, Vice President, Marketing, Product Management, and Engineering for Terex AWP, Woody Weld, Founder, Chairman, and CEO of Acme Lift Company, Scott Hazelton, Director of IHS Global Insight Construction and Manufacturing, Gary McArdle, Executive Vice President and COO of Rouse Asset Services, David White, President of MEC, Tony Grote, Executive Vice President of American Work Platform Training and International Powered Access Federation, as well as a bunch of people that will speak on our roundtables, including Giles Council, Director of Operations for IPAF, Scott Owen, Global Marketing Training Manager for Terex Aerial Work Platforms, Tony Radke, Regional Environmental Health and Safety Manager of NES Rentals, Brent Wise, COO of Tech Safety Lines, as well as one more roundtable in the afternoon with Brad Allen from Terex, as well as Brad Bueller, President of Skyjack, Mike Crouch, President and COO of Acme Lift Company, Mike Disser, Director of Sales, National Accounts and Technology of NES Rentals, Frank Neurenhausen, President of JLG, and again, Greg Nierenberg, Vice President of Fleet Operations for Hertz Equipment Rental Corporation. For more on the ALH Conference and Awards, please see KHL's website.
And now on to the International Awards for Powered Access. The IAPAs took place on the same day as another prestigious event, the IPAF Summit on the 3rd of April at the historic Beaumont Estate Hotel in Windsor near London, UK. There was an outstanding response to the IAPAS 2014 with more than 100 entries across 13 award categories. Included in those was a great number of very strong entries, so if you didn't make it onto the shortlist this time, please don't be put off entering again for the awards in 2015. Jointly organised by KHL's Access International and the International Powered Access Federation, the glittering event celebrates best practice and excellence in the powered access industry. I won't go over all the winners, but first-time winners included IPAF Training Instructor of the Year, Tony Radke, NES Rentals in the USA, Low-Level Access, which was won by Power Towers in the UK for the Pico Lift. Outstanding Customer Service was won by Access Plus in the UK. Powered Access Pioneer was won by Gowman in Singapore. Innovative Use of Access Equipment, Fracco Products Canada. Fracco built a new safe confinement over a damaged nuclear reactor at Chernobyl in Ukraine. Access Rental Company of the Year was won by AFI Uplift UK. IPAF and Access International Lifetime Achievement Award was presented to Mike Evans. Speaking on behalf of the judges, award presenter Steve Cooling said, "Mr. Evans' unique management style, his integrity and his inspirational leadership have enabled him to advance from a hire desk controller and hire sales manager to one of the most senior and well-respected figures in the European rental industry. His knowledge of the manufacturers and their equipment in the powered access industry is second to none." The IAPAS 2015 will take place on the 26th of March 2015 in Washington, D.C., USA, and I hope to see you there.
This has been the first Access Sector podcast from Access Lift and Handlers and Access International. Thank you for listening, and for more information on any of these stories, please visit www.khl.com.